there's a lot of genetics where, in a sense of family members that have bipolarity or mood problems, or if they were undiagnosed in the past. I asked people whether they had relatives who were very moody or had mood swings or had violent outbursts. So you start out with a very thorough history, and the more history we have, the better we can lead up to a diagnosis of bipolar.
When we talk about brain chemistry, though, and I think Thomas too was saying, are there changes in the brain that are observable through tests or scans or lab work?
They're starting to move along in that direction. There are scans right now of the brain that are showing that certain parts of the brain function more or light up more when they're taking the tests in certain situations of schizophrenia or bipolarity. Conclusive tests are not yet there, but I think we're on our way.
All right, back to the phones. And Rob, you are next on the show. Hello.
What a wonderful show, and what a wonderful thing for Professor Jones to do and talk about his bipolar. I, too, am bipolar, and I'm back in school as an adult, and something that I struggle with every class, every term, at the beginning of every class, when we get a syllabus, and there's an ADA statement on there. And there are in academia, and the clinician you have there as well, there are accommodations that probably could be met for bipolar or other mental illness students. But again, going back to stigmata, I mean, it's very hard to ask and very hard to articulate what those needs might be for some students. So I wonder if they could touch base lightly on those.
Okay. All right, Rob, thank you. Professor Jones, might you be able to address that?
Well, I just know that like at U of L, there are, for all sorts of conditions, there are accommodations. There's a disability center, and if you have need for extra time on exam or something like that, you go over there, you get evaluated, and then they tell the people at the law school you get extra time or whatever you need. I don't know what kind of accommodation you would give somebody with bipolar disorder. I guess if they came in and said, I'm depressed and can't take the exam today, then that would be something you would accommodate by giving them another day. Or I'm manic and I can't do it. Of course, stress can cause symptoms to get worse, so it could very easily be that at exam time you would have difficulties. Yeah.
So maybe a different kind of exam or a different way of proving knowledge.
Or at least have an administration which is open to, if you've got the illness and you say you need a delay taking your exam, they're willing to do that.
Okay. Marcia, you wanted to?
I just wanted to add that I think with the ADA that the accommodations can be very individualized. So by going through the Disability Center and having a good idea of what you might need to take an exam to make your way through whatever the program might be. For example, I know some individuals, when it does come test time, they go to another room. They're given a room where it's quiet, there aren't other people around. Because the stress of an exam throws all of us off sometimes when we're taking an exam, but if we have that quiet, then sometimes it's a little easier to concentrate and not be bothered by our symptoms.
The biggest problem is getting people to say they have an issue. We have a student at the law school who's very public about having bipolar disorder, and I don't know what accommodations he's given test-wise, but I know he's done well in school. So.
All right. Rob, thanks very much. And let's talk next with Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Hi. Yes. I just wanted to say